everybody. My name is Zach Garancibia. I'm currently a senior here, and basically this presentation, I guess just to give you guys an idea of what a senior project would entail and give you an idea of what you could possibly do. And I am going to be doing a temperature-controlled environment, controlling it with my mobile phone. I'm going to be writing Android application and communicate via Bluetooth. And basically my project goals, I'm going to write an Android application and put it on my Droid 2, which is my old phone, so I don't care if I ruin it. And I'm going to use the Bluetooth permissions to communicate with the BT2 programmable module, the PMOD, that I can interface with our AC12. And then on the AC12, I'm going to read the temperature that I have set up. There's a box. And in there we have a light and a fan, and based on the temperature I will turn on a light or a fan to control the temperature. And I'll be able to set the desired temperature and read the current temperature on my phone. And there's pretty much two stages to this. The first stage is obviously writing the application, and I'm going to use that using Eclipse, which I believe you guys have talked about. And on there I will write the program and then download the APK file onto my smartphone, and then through that I will be able to talk to the PMOD and then set everything. And on the second stage, I have the light bulb and the fan, and those are controlled by AC and DC relays that the board will turn on or off with the peripherals. And here's just a block diagram, and the top part is the continuous process. You're going to have the temp PMOD reading the temperature in there with the light bulb and fan, and based on the temperature that the PMOD reads back, I will have thresholds, a high and low. If it gets above or below that point, it will turn on the outputs, which are connected to the DC relays, or DC and AC relays, and it will then turn on either the fan. And this is the control portion, which I have my phone, and it will talk to the Bluetooth, which will then set the thresholds and the desired temperature. This is a schematic of the first stage. It shows the pin connections of the BT2 PMOD, which I will be using the transmit and receive pins, which is the SCI port. And this is the second stage, which is a lot more complicated. You have the light bulb, the PMOD, and the fan all going basically through the relays to the AC12, and you have the AC relay hook plugged into the wall, so when the output on the AC12 is turned on, it will turn the relay on, which will power the light bulb. And the same thing with the fan, it will be plugged into 12 volts at the power supply. And a little bit about Eclipse. It's an open source software by a non-profit company that just wanted to create a free open source code for people to collaborate. And I'll be using Java, which is a widely used programming language, and War, which is write once, run anywhere, which is perfect for Android applications, so you can compile it once and download it on any device and it'll run. Also uses XML, which is extensible markup language. It's a human and machinable readable code, and that, what I've used it is for setting up the layout and the properties and stuff like that. And one benefit to this is you can create the applications for free, so there's no need to pay to download it. And there are a ton of sample projects, which is one that I'm using to help learn how to use the Bluetooth. And AC12, which is the standard board that we're using here, I'm using it because it has two serial ports and also the TXD and RXD, which are the pins on the Bluetooth PMOD, so I can just talk and receive with no need to really muck with anything else. And it's got the onboard debugger, which is nice, and the additional ports, which I'm using to control the light bulb and the 3.3 to 5.5 volt operation. The relays turn on at 5 volts, so that's perfect for what I need. And the smartphone I'm using runs Android Gingerbread, which is 2.3.3. And right now I'm using that because it's my old phone, so I don't need to worry about risking my old phone. And all the devices are backwards compatible, so I can run it on my newer operating system anyway. And these are some of the profiles that it will support, and you'll see in a moment that this will cause a problem. And this is the Bluetooth PMOD, and the ports here you see, none of them are on the droids. So what I have to do is I have to edit the code so that the application will override the Bluetooth profiles, and it'll be able to run on the SPP, which is the serial port profile. And there are multiple modes that you can do: slave, master, auto connect. Right now I'm just using auto connect, so I can just connect straight to my droid. And the adjustable baud rate, which is important, so when I'm using the serial port, I can get all the data right. And this is going to be using the SCI port. The temperature control PMOD. This has a temperature of negative 55 degrees Celsius to 125 degrees Celsius. When I did my measurements with that, the box never really got more than 100 degrees Fahrenheit, so I don't have to worry too much about the range, but it's good to have that extra. The high to low thresholds are important, so I can set the range that the tolerance that I want the temperature to be at. And the output resolution, that's basically how many bits that I can have it sent. And the input-output serial communication, that is going to be used through the SPI port, which I can send to set the PMOD, and I can receive the data. And this is my AC relay. The important thing is that it can have an input of 24 to 280 volts AC, so I'm going to have it plugged into an outlet, so I'll only need 120 volts. The control voltage, which will turn on the relay, is 4 to 32, and my peripheral will be 5 volts, so it'll be able to turn it on, and has a max load current of 75 amps. This is the DC relay, and the input is from 0 to 100 volts, and I'll only be having 12 volts, so there's no problems there. And the control, again, is 4 to 32, and I'll be using 5, so it'll be able to turn on. And the critical path is stuff that needs to be done, or else this project will not get done. And basically, the first priority is learning the basics of Java, because I have no experience with it. And there are sample codes that I'll be using, and also the Android Developer Reference is an online source where you can type in the commands and it'll tell you everything it does, and it can tell you things that it can be used with. And another part is writing the code for the application. This will probably be one of the hardest parts, because the sample I have, of the 3 classes that it has, one of them is like 8 pages long. So writing this code will be difficult, and getting the application to communicate with the Bluetooth PMOD. And this is just a calendar that I have. This is completely theoretical. I don't see all of this going as smoothly as I like. Some will be faster, some will be slower. The finish date is February 20th. That is most likely not going to happen, but if it does, I'd be pretty happy with that. And expansion at the bottom, that's if I were to get it done. I was thinking of looking into a wireless app, so I could hook onto the Wi-Fi and communicate that way. And this is my parts list. As you can see, most of it was in the tool room, so I didn't really have to pay for much. The only thing I had to buy was my phone, and I got my use out of that anyway, using it as a phone. So this was essentially free for me. And as of right now, I have used the sample Bluetooth program. I edited that so I could talk and use the SPP profile for the Bluetooth. I am able to talk back and forth with that. So all I need to do is just learn that more and be able to write my own code and set up my own user interface. And then with that, I should be able to talk to the AC-12 no problem. And after that, it's just interfacing it with the temperature-controlled environment.
Cool.
Do you guys have any questions?
Maybe we should help Zach with the Android, since we already know how to program. No, we just got started on it. Didn't do much.
Did you?
You guys have any questions? So when are you graduating? In
May.
In May.
Yep.
Any job prospects yet?
I had an interview for Unison Comfort Technology. They're more HVAC.
Yeah.
But they wanted maybe possible programming with the interfaces, and that is a place in Minneapolis.
Oh, yeah, cool.
So, aside from that, not too much else.
Yeah.
Still, waiting to graduate.
Gonna hit the career fair in the spring,
Oh, yeah.
big time, and cool. Any internships? Did you do anything over the summer?
No,
Not
I
really?
don't know.
Yeah, cool. All right, you guys have any questions? All right, thanks, Zach. Zach, let's give Zach